Hey, good morning, guys. It is September 25th, and Chambers is in Matthew 5 still, Sermon on the Mount. It's verse 41. It says, if someone forces you, by the way, forces you, this is not asks you or requests of you or politely inquires. This is someone forces you. So Roman law was that Romans could force Jews and others to carry a load for a mile. It says if someone forces you to carry, to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. And so, and then Chambers is kind of dealing with this. How do we reconcile that with our nature versus the nature of God put it within us? So he says here that Jesus Christ demands that there be not the slightest trace of resentment, even suppressed in the head of a disciple, even suppressed, no resentment in the head of a disciple when he meets with tyranny and injustice. So injustice should not create in us resentment, which I don't know how well I can do with this. This is a challenging kind of teaching from Chambers and from Jesus, really. It's this: if someone strikes you, turn the other cheek. Do not give to the one who asks. Do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow. So it's just counter to human nature, which is exactly what Chambers is getting at. It's counter to human nature because it's Christ's nature. And he says that in this quote, I am here for God to send me where he will. Every other thing may get fogged, but this relationship to Jesus Christ must never be fogged. Understanding that this is contrary to my nature, good, because my nature is not what I need to be living. I need to be living Christ nature, Christ living his nature through me. And so that's the challenge here. Then is Christ, is his nature present in me when someone challenges me, strikes me? Is the nature of Christ what comes out of me, or is it my own nature that comes out of me? And that's a question that I don't know that I want to ask myself, in all honesty. It depends on the day, really. I guess it depends on where I've been meditating and what I've been focusing on. And so that's the challenge then, is what am I allowing Christ to live through me? The Sermon on the Mount is not an ideal. He says it's a statement of what will happen in me when Jesus Christ has altered my disposition and put in a disposition like his own. Jesus Christ is the only one who can fulfill the Sermon on the Mount. He can fulfill it, not us. So that's, again, it's not my nature, it's his. Only he can fulfill it through me. Our Lord's, Chambers says here, our Lord's making of a disciple is supernatural. He does not build on any natural capacity at all. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, because that's the real, in all honesty, that's the real comfort here, is that he's not relying on my nature to accomplish this. What he says, someone strikes me, I turn the other cheek. Someone wants to take my tunic, let him have my cloak as well. Someone asks me to go a mile, I go 2 miles. He's not relying on my nature and my disposition for this to happen. And I say, thank the good Lord, because this is not me. But again, I think one of the things that throughout, just this practical thing, I had someone say to me one time, for some reason it came up to it, I recalled it the other day. It was someone that I picked up in the middle of the night years ago. I was delivering newspapers, and someone needed a ride, and he was kind of stranded out in the middle of nowhere. And instead of taking him to where he wanted to go, I said, well, where do you live? He said, well, I live way out in Greene County. And I said, well, let me take you home. And he said, wow, you don't need to do that. And I said, it's okay. And he was a little bit dumbfounded. And I said, a man hung on a cross for me. And I think that's what we need to remember, is that we don't have in ourselves this nature. But if you look at the nature of Jesus and what he did, the things that he gave up, the things that he laid down, the things that he endured, the things that he subjected himself to willingly, then that's how we accomplish this. We have his nature within us. And so I don't have this within me, but I do, because I have him within me, living through me. So I think that's the challenge today, is to allow my own will to be laid down so that his can be lived out through me. So anyway, you guys have a good one.